Whenever we judge other people, we're only bringing judgment and condemnation on ourselves. Just looking at Romans 2:1, Paul says, "Therefore you are inexcusable, whoever you are who judge. For in whatever you judge another, you condemn yourself. For you who judge practice the same things." Really good stuff there, because Paul previously, leading up to this, he talks about something that I think people have really misused. Paul says, "The wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all unrighteousness and ungodliness of men who suppress the truth and unrighteousness, because what may be known of God is manifest in them, for God has shown it to them." And he goes on, Paul goes on and talks about the various things that all of mankind, now not everybody will have done all of these things, but we're all in the same boat when it comes to these things: being filled with all unrighteousness, sexual immorality, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, evil-mindedness. They are whisperers and gossips, backbiters, and so on. He lists a whole bunch of things there. And unfortunately, people have taken what Paul says there in Romans 1 and used it to point fingers at other people and condemn other people and talk about how evil other people are, not realizing that that's not what Paul is trying to get us to do. He's not trying to get us to judge other people. He's trying to get us to do exactly the opposite. He says, "Therefore you are inexcusable, whoever you are who judge. For in whatever you judge another, you condemn yourself. For you who judge practice the same things." And so this list here, he didn't give us this list so that we would go around pointing fingers at each other, but rather so that we would see that each of us, all of us, we're all in the same boat. We have no excuse to judge others, because when we do that, when we point the finger at somebody else, we're only heaping condemnation and judgment upon ourselves. But fortunately, that's not even Paul's final point that he's making here. He says all this so that we all realize, so that each and every one of us, no matter how self-righteous we've been, no matter how good we've been, we realize that there is something in there that helps us to see that we are a sinner and that we need the Savior. All of us. The wrath of God is revealed against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of people. Everybody has sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. That's Paul's point, leading up to what he says in chapter 3, that each and every one of us needs the Savior. So when we realize that other people are doing evil and doing wrong things, our purpose and what we should do isn't to judge others, but it's to realize that we're all in the same boat. We all need the Savior. We all need Jesus. That's the point. We can all be justified freely by God's grace through faith when we realize that we're not so good in and of ourselves as we think we are. And we're not better than anybody else. Rather, we're all in the same boat. We all need the Savior, Jesus Christ.